Hi, Donna Heifel with Heifel Performance Group. Glad to have you driving along with me today. This is our second workshop on really change, and what I'm talking to you all about. I've got 10 points about change based upon my own experience over the past year and a half, 2 years of going through a pretty significant professional life change. And really what that has involved is I've spent probably a total of 20 years in sales, 11 years in developing hundreds of sales training classes, the manuals, the participant guide, delivering, tying that into strategies, and finally hit a point where I thought, you know, I love writing, and I'd like to expand my writing beyond manuals and actually into writing books. And I would like to talk to people more about change, because I think that's at the heart of sales. What I worked with most companies on was changing their mindset to create a sales culture. So it's a pretty significant, scary change because all of my clients shifted. And I just want to share with you what I've learned over these 2 years. You can take from it what you will. It's just my learnings, and I hope it helps you. Last week we talked, first of all, about if you're going to change, there has to either be a point of pleasure where this is going to be a very positive change and you're excited about it and you're energized by it, or there's got to be a pain point where you've just had enough. That's what I reached after really 11 years of 80-hour weeks and extensive writing of these manuals and a lot of these tools and things. I just hit a point where I thought, I just don't think I can do it anymore. I need to feel more passionate about what I'm doing. So I really hit a point of pain. So that's our first point, is you've got to have a real motivator to change. And I'm not talking about change being thrust upon you as much as I am you're choosing to change something in your life. Second point for the workshop today is, as you start to move into this new realm, be aware that you're going to really crave the comfort zone of what you did before. And that's a danger point, because what happens is you can try to get back to that comfort zone and then you lose some of your momentum. For example, the past year and a half, 2 years, many of you guys have even followed me on Facebook or Twitter, and you've seen the journey where I have struggled with saying, here's what I am, no, here's what I am, no, here's what I am, because I'll do this thing of, okay, I'm doing change, I'm going to write this book, I'm going to get this done, and then it gets a little scary. You know, there's income, there are differences in the way people perceive you. People will say, oh my gosh, you were so successful in sales, what are you doing? And you jump back and you try to go backwards in your comfort zone. And I will tell you this, when you look back during change, what was always looks better than it really ever was. It's rose-colored glasses syndrome. So what you need to be aware of is, as you start to change, please be aware that you're going to crave that comfort zone and you're going to have to talk yourself out of it, because once you truly start moving forward, you've moved forward for a reason. You've had that pain or pleasure point. You're going. And if you try to go back, it never works. You can't go back again and really have the same. Well, it's really not the same thing. You can't go back to what you imagined, because it was in your imagination. It wasn't as rosy as you thought. So when you start to change, be aware. You're going to crave the comfort zone. You're going to crave what you knew before. You've got to talk to yourself and keep yourself moving forward, and you've got to allow yourself to feel a little bit lost. And we're going to talk about that next week. So 2 points so far. Number one, you've got to have a point of pain or pleasure to propel your change. And number two, the first thing that you're going to want to do when it gets a little scary is jump back to your comfort zone, and you've got to keep moving forward. That's it for today. Thanks for riding along with me. I appreciate it. I will see you next time.